Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury from the ArchieLuxury channel, the Paul Pluta channel, and ArchieLuxury corporate. Guys, keep watching. Keep watching. I need the viewers. I need the viewers. I need the subs. I need it. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends, whether you like them or hate them. Just tell them anyhow. ArchieLuxury on YouTube. Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury, and today I'm starting a new series, Why I Love My Watch. And I want to go through some of the key watches in my collection and explain why I love this particular piece. And the first one, of course, is one of my Pateks. This here is my Patek 5196. Now, basically, this watch itself here, what is it? What is it exactly? Well, it's a manual wind Calatrava. This here is a manual wind Calatrava. This is a watch that I have wanted for a long time, and I made some sacrifices to get this one. I got rid of my Rolex Explorer 2 Polar to get this watch, and I got to tell you, it is one of the most beautiful modern Calatravas. So let's go through it. It's a 5196. It's Patek's. The first Calatrava that came out in the early 1930s was a reference 96. So this is the 5196, the current version of the 96. The original Patek Calatrava was 31 mils. This is 37, but it wears a lot bigger. I think it wears like a 38. I had a 5296, which is a 38 mil automatic Calatrava, and I couldn't tell the difference. The reason I say that is because of the bezel, very thin, smooth bezel. It's also the length, lug to lug, is quite long. It uses a 21 mil leather strap there. So this watch itself there, this is in yellow gold. What do I love about this watch? Well, what don't I love? I've got to tell you honestly, this is just a quintessential manual wind Patek Philippe. It's just something so, it is the epitome of the perfect dress watch. I've got to tell you everything about it. I love the case. I love the sides, beautiful brush sides. I even love it with the tang buckle. It's just quintessential Patek. Look, some people have criticized this watch because they say because it uses the 215 manual wind movement, which is relatively, that's a movement that's featured in 33 mil Pateks. It means that the seconds need to be a little bit further up, whereas they should be a bit further down. I don't really buy into that. I think it's absolutely perfect. And I think the 215 movement, I'm honored to have a 215 manual wind movement in this Patek because it's a legendary movement that Patek has used in so many models. The first Patek I ever owned was a 3919 powered by a 215 movement. I got to tell you, there's a lot of charm to this watch. What I love most about it is winding it because it's a manual wind. I love my automatic Pateks, but I got to tell you, there's a charm to winding a watch manually. I really love the opaline dial on this piece here. I love the hands. The hands are just amazing, and they're especially finished. The finish on the hands is incredible. I love everything about it. Classic Calatrava. If I only could have one Patek, this could definitely be it. It's a very popular model. It's proving to be a very popular model because a lot of people, Pateks are damn expensive, and it's a model which you can have, and a lot of people who have one Patek can, in recent times, have bought the 5196. It's just a beautiful dress watch manual wind, Patek Philippe. It's got the DNA that is Patek Philippe. And as I say there, it is absolutely breathtaking. I could look at this watch here for hours. It's just so perfect. And it's the devil is in the detail. If you look at the little dots around the dial, those are all drilled holes, and it's absolutely amazing. Best thing I say to do is with any of these Pateks is grab a pair of, these are magnified glasses, and have a look at the piece, and you can see the attention to detail on this piece is incredible. It's just breath defying, absolutely perfect. I absolutely love this piece, and I've got to be honest with you. I bought this. When did I get this? I got this about a year ago, and it was a struggle. It was a struggle. As I said, I sold an Explorer 2, which was the down payment, and then I paid it off. And the guy who, Arthur, if you're watching, I love you. Arthur then, after I paid it off, he said, "Do you want to sell it back to me?" Because that's the sort of watch it is. It is such an empowering watch. It's something you could easily sell, and then you say to yourself, what the hell did I do? Why the hell did I sell it? And you want it back. And that's the sort of watch it is. It looks absolute. I've got the yellow gold. That's the 5196J. J is it's because they Swiss. They use the French J for yellow gold. It looks beautiful on a black leather strap. It looks beautiful on a brown leather strap, and I got to tell you, it looks absolutely superb on a dark blue strap. This is an Aaron bespoke strap, and I adore it on it. It just pops. So this watch here, 5196 manual wind. It's a good size. It wears very big, modern size. And it's interesting because you're comparing this. People who buy this would compare it to, say, a Vacher and Constantine Patrimony. They're normally a 40 mil, a Lange and Sun, but I think the size on this is perfect. There's always a debate. Do you get an 1815 Lange or a Saxonia or a Vacheron Patrimony instead of this? But this is the gold standard. This is the gold standard. And I think realistically, this is the benchmark of all. This is it. This is it. You can see it's called the Grand Classique from Patek Philippe. This is the Grand Classique because it is so quintessentially Patek Philippe. I love it. I love it. I love it. I mean, if you just have one Patek, 5196 is a perfect way to go. I must confess, there's 4 versions. There's yellow gold, white gold, rose gold, and platinum. The platinum sells for a big premium. Platinum is gorgeous with the Breguet numerals. That is a gorgeous watch. But to have any 5196 is indeed a treat. So I think as a Patek goes, you can see why it is loved. It is just a gorgeous, 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 gorgeous piece. It has a lot going for it. I think dress watches is what Patek, that is their genre. I absolutely adore the piece. I adore it. I just love it. I could look at this for hours. It's such a beautiful piece. It's mesmerizing. I really love it. And it's got the most beautiful tick. The 215 movement was just bulletproof Patek. So there you go. That's my 5196. Is it my favorite Patek? it's just so beautiful. But, you know, I've often thought about selling it because I need the money to put into something else. And I gotta say thank you that I didn't sell it, because it is a mesmerizing Patek Philippe. Absolutely beautiful. I love that little sucker. And I gotta say, in yellow gold, it is beautiful. Rose gold's gorgeous, white gold, platinum, they're all beautiful, but just looking at it here in yellow, this is Patek Philippe at its finest. And that's why I love my 5196. I love my 5196. And this is why I could flip the Polar Explorer 2, no problems, no regrets, because it's a Patek, a grand classic. This is the grand classic from Patek Philippe. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury, and who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.